Hi fans of high quality entertainment.
Hi fans of high quality entertainment.
Hi fans of high quality entertainment. On Netflix, I've been watching two documentaries on the Foo Fighters and an old documentary on Metallica called Some Kind of Monster. Now I saw that when it came out, but I haven't seen it for years until the other day. And I was very impressed with it. And that got me thinking. I'm not a big fan of either of those bands. Their music is good, but it doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me enough to buy it. But if you are a fan of Metallica or the Foo Fighters, I think you're very lucky. For instance, I was thinking, if you're a huge Guns N' Roses fan, it would suck because they really don't release much new material. I know Slash does his solo thing, and Axl did release a Guns N' Roses album a few years back, which only featured him as the original member. But on the other side of that, it would be, well, I'm a fan of Neil Young, not that I buy all of his albums, but he's been very consistent throughout his career releasing albums. Maybe too many albums, but I don't know. But if you're a fan of Neil Young, you're very lucky. He's been pretty consistent with releasing albums. Of course, the first rock band I loved was the Beatles, and they were always, every year, there was a new album, every few months. And then they had to break up. Sparks, they've been making albums since 1971. I'm a huge fan. There was a gap, though, from 1988 to 1994. Never heard from them. I thought they'd broken up. And you know, back then there was of course no internet or anything, and they weren't really they weren't in Rolling Stone magazine, so I just thought they were done with. And then one day, in the record store in 1994, they have a new album out. And I guess that gap was because they were doing soundtrack music and just doing other projects. But U2, I was a huge fan of U2 until I gave up on them a couple of years ago. But they were pretty consistent with their album releases until, you know, the last few years now. There's pretty big gaps between their album releases. Lou Reed, he used to release albums very consistently. Yes, I kind of gave up on them after Tornado. Not that I'm not willing to listen to some of their more recent albums with John Anderson. I just have to take the time to listen to them. But they've been, you know, if you're a big Yes fan, and of course they're touring with two different Yes groups now, so you've got it made. Even a band like Bon Jovi, which I can't stand, they've released albums consistently through the years. So if you're a Bon Jovi fan, good for you. Rush, I know they had one gap of, I guess it was like four or 5 years, but besides that, they were consistent, releasing studio albums. But my question is, what is one band that you're not a big fan of, but you don't have to necessarily hate them, but you would never buy one of their albums, but you would like to be, if you were a fan of theirs, which band would it be? And I think I would pick Metallica. I would like to be a Metallica fan because I think they treat their fans very well. I know there was the file sharing episode years ago with Lars Ulrich, so some people don't like him. But watching the documentary, I think all four of the guys are awesome guys. I like them. And so it must be cool to be a Metallica fan. So I would like to be a Metallica fan if I loved their music more. Who would you choose? What artist or band would you choose to be a fan of that you're not a fan of? I hope that makes sense. Thanks for watching. And remember to check out my latest ASMR Larry Graves video. Have a great day. Bye.